The Kalahari's embrace unfolded beneath a bleeding Savannah sunset, a vast canvas of breathtaking, untamed beauty, where life and peril danced in timeless rhythm. Here a renowned lion, pride, reigned their wild majesty, echoing in the rustling grasses. Kyle, the magnificent black-maned king, moved with a quiet power, his every step shadowed by Nyala, the fierce matriarch, her gaze missing nothing. Their bond was the pride's unbreakable core, yet even in this sanctuary, hidden dangers slithered like serpents through paradise, the cruel whispers of poachers, a constant insidious threat. Tonight, under the vast indifferent stars, the ancient pulse of the wild beat, strong, unaware of the discordant tremor about to test everything they knew. As they moved deeper into their domain, the familiar scent of acacia and dust, their only companion fate was coiling ready to strike. The coiled fate struck with horrifying speed. One moment Kyle moved with regal grace through the twilight, the Sinmo, next the Savannah Peril manifested in a ghastly metallic crack. A sound of pure, unadulterated agony tore from his throat, a roar that shattered the evening's calm. A sound the pride had never before witnessed. He thrashed a magnificent creature, suddenly reduced to a desperate fight for survival. One powerful leg caught fast in the brutal steel jaws of a massive poacher's trap. Its cruel, serrated teeth, clearly designed for rhinos or buffalo, bit deep into his flesh, anchoring him to the unforgiving earth. Lion pride, distress was instant, a shockwave of terror and confusion rippling through the females. But Nyala, her heart, a wild drum against her ribs, launched herself forward with a guttural snarl. She bit and clawed at the unyielding metal, her desperation a raw, tangible force against the cold iron. Kyle's agony, his scent thick with pain and fear, only fueled her frenzy. She was a queen, battling an invisible iron demon, her own paws bloodied. The other lionesses circled their low, mournful moans, a chorus of utter helplessness against the trap's unfeeling strength and Kyle's weakening struggles. Hours bled into the encroaching, suffocating darkness. His powerful roars dwindled to ragged gasps. Nyala's initial fiery assault gave way to a chilling, gnawing despair. The brutal steel held firm, a cold testament to human cruelty. Was this it? Was this how their king, her Kyle, would be stolen by these insidious shadows? As the last sliver of moon hid its face behind a veil of clouds, Nyala lifted her head, a profound, soul-shattering roar of desolation echoing across the silent, uncaring expanse, a desperate, hopeless plea, lost in the vast, indifferent night, that desperate, hopeless plea. A sound of pure desolation did not go entirely unheard. Miles away, where the Yepumsansamos, gathering darkness, pressed. Heavy, Ranger Elias Thorne, his face a road map etched by sun and sorrow in the Kalahari's embrace. Cut his jeep's engine, the sound faint yet piercing sliced the night's usual symphony. Elias knew that cry. It spoke of profound torment. A lone rescuer in this vast wilderness. An old ache tightened his chest. Too many times this relentless race against time, against poachers, had ended in heartbreak. He was weary of the constant battle. Cautiously guided by instinct, he tracked the sound senses heightened. Then he saw them, a horrifying tableau under sparse moonlight, magnificent. Kyle ensnared the lioness as a protective, agitated circle. A profound moral dilemma seized Elias, approaching a trapped alpha lion, surrounded by its pride at night. Madness. He was alone, equipment minimal, a basic medical kit, snare tools. Hardly an arsenal against 5 protective felines. Self-preservation screamed retreat. Yet Kael's suffering, the raw anguish and a deep human-animal empathy, waged war against his fear. He remembered the haunting image of the last one found too late, a young rhino calf, its life extinguished by a similar crude device. No, not again. This courageous decision to walk towards almost certain peril wasn't made lightly. It was forged in past failures and an unyielding dedication to these wild lives. Every instinct screamed danger, a cacophony of warnings, yet a deeper conviction. A stubborn spark of hope urged him forward into the shadowed, uncertain arena. He stepped into the arena of fear, the air thick enough to choke on. Each footfall was a gamble. The lionesses formed a rippling golden wall, low growls vibrating from their chests. A palpable threat. Nyala stood at the forefront, her lioness's gaze burning into Ranger Elias Thorne, a queen daring him to trespass further. This was a tense standoff, life and death hanging by a thread. His tranquilizer gun lay forgotten. The risk to an already weakened Kael was too great. This had to be a manual trap release, a display of courage under fire, or nothing. Elias moved with glacial slowness. Hands open, murmuring soft, placating sounds he knew they wouldn't understand, but hoped would convey intent. He knelt by Kael, whose pain-filled eyes met his. The stench of blood and fear was overpowering. The trap's mechanism was a brutal puzzle of springs and levers, its cold efficiency a chilling reminder of the ongoing race against poachers, now a race against this lion's fading strength. His fingers, slick with sweat, fumbled with the unforgiving steel. Time stretched, each second, an eternity. Kael shuddered with every touch near the mangled limb, a low groan. His only protest. Nyala tensed, a coiled spring muscles rippling, just as Elias felt a crucial part of the mechanism begin to yield. A younger, more impetuous lioness lunged a blur of tawny fury. But Nyala, with a swift intercepting roar and a powerful shoulder check that sent the younger female tumbling, intervened. A flicker of interspecies understanding, or merely the alpha asserting her dominance in a moment of extreme stress. Elias didn't pause to analyze. With a final desperate heave, straining every sinew, the steel jaws sprang open with a sickening clang. The climax was a ragged gasp from Kael, a collective, almost imperceptible sigh from the pride, and a wave of dizzying relief washing over Elias. Ignoring his own trembling, he immediately turned to first aid. The wound was horrific, the bone possibly grazed, as he worked with swift, practiced hands, cleaning and applying antiseptic from his meager kit. Kael lay unnervingly still, enduring. The pride watched a silent, astonished, and still dangerous audience. With the immediate danger to Kael, averted adrenaline still pumping hard through his veins. Elias backed away slowly, every nerve alight, leaving the trap where it lay. He didn't look back until he reached his jeep, heart still a wild drum. The pride remained golden shadows around their fallen king. The discarded trap, a dark scar nearby. A chapter of fear had closed, an unforeseen one was dawning. Days bled into weeks. Kael's lion's recovery was slow, a testament to his strength and the pride's unwavering support. Elias observed from a distance, noting Nyala's gentle ministrations and the pride's vigilance. Then the Kalahari's secret began to unfold. It started subtly, Kyle still favoring his leg, but resolute watching Elias's patrol jeep from a shorter, distant copy. Soon it became a regular, almost sacred occurrence. Sometimes Kyle stood alone, a regal silhouette. Other times Nyala was a steadfast presence by his side, a silent escort. They never approached, never threatened, just observed with a calm, unwavering gaze that seemed to pierce him. This was no coincidence. Elias felt it deep within, an unspoken gratitude, a profound and mysterious form of animal communication. What else could this remarkable interspecies bond be? This ranger's reward wasn't tangible yet. It filled him with quiet awe and profound humility. Forged in peril, sealed with mutual respect. This fragile connection deepened his commitment, reaffirming his life's purpose with every shared, silent glance across the whispering grasses. The wild, he realized, had its own extraordinary ways of remembering, of acknowledging a life spared. Indeed, the wild's memory proved deep, its acknowledgement profound. Elias Thorne's story with Kyle's pride transcends mere rescue. It illuminates the astonishing human-animal connection forged when courage meets compassion. This enduring bond, a silent promise between man and beast, showcases the impact of one individual's empathy. It's an inspirational message. Every act of kindness towards nature, however small against vast wildernesses, can yield unexpected rewards. Nature's wisdom often speaks in hushed tones through shared glances. Such courage rewarded not with riches, but with respect. Echoes the interconnectedness of all life. It leaves us marveling at our own small yet significant place within the grand, untamed tapestry of the world. This is the power of empathy. This is how a silent promise truly endures, a testament to a courage rewarded by the wild itself.